And what I can't help but find funny is that when the Epstein list drops and it opens up and just spills out all its contents like a little box full of bad secrets, you know who's not gonna be in there? Black folks. Yeah, Black Americans, immigrants. Yeah. Drag queens. Yeah, there won't be any of those. Trans kids. Yeah, not gonna be found. But it is gonna be a roll call of very rich, very powerful, very familiar, and very white faces. The very same people who have spent their whole careers, their whole lives pointing at everybody else saying they are the danger. Oh no. Let's flip it and reverse it. They said that we were the danger to America. Meanwhile, they were the ones booking flights to PDF File Island. Oh, okay. You won't find the DEI hires in those files. You won't find the communities that they claimed were morally ruining America. All the folks that they've spent decades scapegoating won't be present. But you will find the people who built this country's power structure. Because the sad truth of it is that marginalized communities do not have the wealth, the power, the privilege, the access to resources to get ourselves in this morally corrupt mess. And that's by their very design. Ain't that some shit? Because all of this is empire behavior. It's elite behavior. So baby, when them names drop, don't look at us. Look at those who have been clutching their pearls the loudest. Because baby, the call has always been coming from inside.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So today's topic is wild because people online are mad that Black people aren't on the Epstein list. And honestly, are we surprised? Let's watch these clips and we'll back with some commentary. Credit goes to all original creators. Thank you so much for tapping in when you saw this. Yeah, let's watch and we'll be back.
True. You're not going to find no DEI hires on that Epstein list because you know what? It's a middle-aged white man's game. The largest demographic of sex offenders are middle-aged white men. And I'm not even making that up. That's like actual statistics. And if you support this, like DL Hughley says, you have a favorite pedophile.
Mira, you know how I know the Epstein list will never get released? Because there's not one drag queen, trans person, or undocumented immigrant on that list. Just rich, powerful men. It's not the ones in wigs and crossing borders we gotta protect our kids from. It's the ones in boardrooms and country clubs.
Poor people, Muslims, immigrants. I did not see any Hispanic in any of the emails I have read so far. Trans people, not on it. Asylum seekers, not on there. Refugees, not on there. Disabled people, not on there. Just a bunch of white people.
Want to know how we know that racism still exists in America? Well, we're willing to accept treason and child abuse from a white president, but not health care from a Black one. And let me remind you that sexual abuse, no matter the age, sex trafficking is not a partisan issue. Everyone in this country should want the Epstein files released, no matter who's in them, no matter who gets arrested. They need to be held accountable, full stop.
Has anyone noticed that in every arena, it is rich white men who dominate the field? We know Epstein, where it's so distressing that some of the richest men on the planet habitually sexually abused children. S.A., I think I'm supposed to say, children. And they were tied together in secrecy, in keeping each other's secrets for decades. They were tied together financially. I think it was, if you deal with me financially and you become independent or become intertwined, you're less likely to ever reveal anything about the things we've been doing in the dark. The same sort of ethic is true in churches, the Catholic Church, which for beyond decades, a century, kept the secrets of the white male priests who were essaying children. The same is true in small pastorates, small churches, where the pastor has a lot of power. Don't anybody say, oh yes, but it doesn't just have to do with that. I mean, a lot of women, still support these people. Sure they do. As long as women are in any way financially dependent on men, they're going to go along with almost anything, and that's just the truth. The latest, and I saw this morning on TikTok, and it was so distressing. You know the whole latest thing about we're going to declare certain occupational fields as not professional fields. I heard that and I thought, well, that's the dumbest thing. That has no point. What is the point of that? Well, the first thing I looked at was that, well, if you look at the fields, and I wrote them down. It's like master's degree in education, a CNA, which is a medical helper, physician's assistants, social workers, occupational therapists, physical therapists are no longer, and there's more, they're no longer, well, I thought they had one thing in common. They were the fields women were in. Now, what does it matter? It matters because if they are declared to be not professional fields, people cannot get financial aid to assist them in getting the education necessary to go into the field. Got it? No financial assistance able for a master's degree in education or physical therapy or physician's assistant. And why does that matter? Reason one, these are fields dominated by women. These are ways women can become financially independent, can become able to support themselves and their families. But number two, I didn't even think about till I saw it this morning on TikTok. And creator, forgive me please for not noting down your name. These fields, every one of them that I named, are mandated reporters of child abuse. You get me? The white male federal government is saying, oh, they're not real fields anymore. Every one of them is mandated to report signs of child abuse. What to say? What to say? White men are the problem. White men, and white men particularly who desire power, money, are the problem. White men who cannot control their urges are the problem. White men who present a face of honesty and rectitude and caring, but who aren't, who are essaying children, are the problem.
Every time something really evil, something corrupt, something predatory or violent goes down in America, who's always at the center of it? It's never Black people, and it's never trans people, and it's never Muslims, and it's never immigrants. It's always the same demographic, white, powerful men with money and access. So why would Black people be on the Epstein list? Why would any marginalized group be there, right? We're not the ones flying to islands with billionaires. We barely get respect in stores, right? Let alone invitations to secret predator parties. Right. And the fact that people are mad that Black folks weren't involved, that just shows how this country loves blaming Black people for things that they didn't even touch. No, this time the evidence is clear. All the names, white, wealthy, connected men. Black people have been saying this forever, right? America has a white supremacy problem, not a Black people problem. Okay. Credit goes to all original creators. Thank you so much for watching. Let's continue calling these systems out. And as usual, I'll see you on my next one.